Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Kingdom Administrative Services, where we are the cardiologists of companies, where we prevent business heart attacks and business failures. Thank you so very much for this opportunity to present to you on today. And now I'm going to start off with who we are. Kingdom Administrative Services is your leading administrative business concierge service company, assisting small business owners to corporations with business services to continue the heartbeat of the company's purpose, mission, and vision of the company. Now, you may wonder, how do we get there? Well, as you can see, that's little old me. Oh, that's right. I forgot. My name is Michelle Black. It's nice to put a name with the person on the picture. So let's get back to it. Kingdom Administrative Services started way back in 2009. I worked in corporate for over 20 years. And due to my experience with a degree in business administration management, I also learned from other individuals. I worked with executives, CEOs, chairmen, and I'm a very visual learner. And because of my experience and the skills that I had, that God blessed me with, I had other business owners coming to me saying, Michelle, I need your help. I was like, why? They was like, I lost a client. Well, how did you do that? Because I forgot to send an email, or I forgot to send an invoice, or I didn't respond to an email, or I forgot to send in important information. Or I had other people actually come to me and say, I lost the contract. Well, how did you do that? Same thing. Their back office was not being taken care of because they was always in front of their office. So that brought about Kingdom Administrative Services to help business owners to no longer fail in their business. That's why our vision is no company left behind. I may be laughing, but I'm truly serious about that, because you'd be surprised how many business heart attacks and failures are out there. Now, our mission comes from actually a scripture, 2 Corinthians 9:12, the New International Version. This service that you perform is not only supplying the needs of the Lord's people, but is also overflowing in many expressions of thanks unto God. That is what we do. We serve the people. As we help God's people, that's our way of giving thanks unto God. Now, what is our why? Well, in the beginning, I said we are the cardiologists of companies. We are preventing business heart attacks and failures. That is our why, because many individuals that we have come across, business owners, even corporations, and I'm explaining that later on, but yes, nonprofit organizations, corporations, they have small loopholes within their departments, within their business. Why? Because they are putting on too much weight of various types of services on their staff that don't even have the experience. Okay, so you have some people in that range, from small business to entrepreneurs to corporations, where they lost contracts, where they lost clients, where they have limited experience within the staff, or they put in services on staff that do not have the experience and the specialty, and now they're having to spend more time and more money for that staff to complete a task. So that is why Kingdom Administrative Services provides three primary services: travel, administration, and event planning. Now, remember, I did say I worked in corporate for over 20 years, so I've seen it all, and I have narrowed down, these are the top three services that many business owners and corporations and organizations need, that they put on their in-house staff, but they really need to know to outsource it, because if they allow us to handle these three services, it will continue the heartbeat of their company. The staff that works within the company can continue focusing on the core activities. So with travel, we're going to simplify the travel planning process in order to coordinate the travel without free of hassle. And we all know the pandemic has definitely changed the travel, but we're going to get to that. We also provide them administration, such as project management, answering service, data information conversion, medical billing and coding, virtual administrative assistance. We even help people with their emails, their payroll, their invoicings, their calendars, digital marketing, and so forth. And last but not least, event planning. Yes, event planning, such as corporate retreats, seminars, workshops, anything that requires planning that's outside the services of the company, you need to specialize that. And here we assist our clients with proven cost savings, and we have the access to the vendors. We know who we need to contact. The in-house staff does not, which takes more time, which makes you spend more money. And we also help the corporations and the business owners bring their idea and their services to life with whatever event they're trying to plan. Now, why outsource these three services that we here at Kingdom Administrative Services teach our people? Well, studies show that more than 2/3, 68% of large U.S. consumers, corporations, small business owners, business coaches, authors, speakers, they're actually outsourcing a part of their workforce. Business and corporations can save between 30 to 50% and 30 and 50% versus employing full-time staff. Yes, we all love to save. I don't care how big of a company you are. And last but not least, 20 to 30% of companies utilize outsourcing that reduces their expenses. These are the facts proving that outsourcing these three services, specialized services that is, will allow companies to continue the heartbeat of their company. Now, let's get into the details. We're going to start off with travel. We all know organizations, business owners, corporations, they require travel. I myself have worked in corporate, and I've definitely know the experience of how putting this strain and the workload on in-house staff, because my executives did it. I know this firsthand from experience. I even got in trouble a few times because I was so busy working on their travel and their big seminars and workshops. It took me away from the core activities of me running the whole office or the department itself. Not saying something big happened, but just even the smallest of things can bring down a company, can cause a business heart attack and failure. Now with travel services, the pandemic has changed everything. I've sent a group of 8 people to Ghana, Africa. We had to do passports. We had to do visas. We had to set up testing. We had to get them tested. We had to get vaccinations. We had to upload their information into 3 different systems. That was the United States system, the airline system, and the country that they was traveling to, the Ghana system. Okay, so there are a lot of now more prerequisites, and we want to make sure that anybody that's traveling within the corporation are not left behind. They don't get stuck at the gate because 1 or 2 items or things were not uploaded or completed. Here we provide business and corporate travel, private jets, private air chartering services, passport and visa services, and travel consultation and management. And on the personal side, we also provide cruises, luxury tour safaris, and villa rental travel services. Now, let's talk about event planning. You may say, well, Michelle, how can a company fail because of event planning? It was a seminar or a workshop that went wrong. You know, everyone talks. Oh, they provided a bad workshop, or they provided bad information, or it wasn't set up properly. You know, your first impression is important, and we want to make sure that is the case. So for businesses, we provide exhibit and trade show services, corporate and VIP business meetings, seminars and workshops. We even set up your speaking engagements, conventions and conferences, corporate retreats, galas, holiday parties, or any type of special event, such as networking events. In addition, these services do include event management, registration, decorations, transportation, production, such as videography, photography, sound, travel services, because we are going to provide you the travel services to bring in your people, and entertainment. And last but not least, the last main service is administration. As I've already stated, many companies or clients come to me, say, Michelle, help me with my back office, such as realtors. They need someone to cover the leads. So we provide answering services. Well, we can provide it during and after hours. You have some authors or business coaches or even regular small businesses that may have gained a government contract. They don't know what to do. That's where project management comes in, because we don't want you to lose the contract. We want you to strive and win more contracts. And in addition, the other services we provide, as I previously stated, are virtual administrative services, digital marketing, email and calendar management, payroll, business correspondence, such as preparing presentations, budgets, financial spreadsheets, and so forth. Now, you say, well, Michelle, are you a solo person? You do this all by yourself? No, I don't. Listen, I may be preventing business heart attacks, but you got to have a team, all right? A doctor doesn't perform a surgery by itself. So Kingdom Administrative Services team consists of many phenomenal individuals, such as myself too, that are experts in what they do to make sure that we keep the heartbeat of your company going. So we look forward to meeting we look forward to having you to meet each of these individuals as we continue to work and service each phase of your business. Now, last but not least, how may we serve you? Michelle Black here with Kingdom Administrative Services, where we are the cardiologists of companies preventing business heart attacks and failures. And we will love for you to contact us here at 346-917-0048 or email us at info@kas-llc.com, or you could just visit us on the website, kingdomsgroupint.com. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Black. Thank you so much, Ms. Black. Okay, Jorge, we'll go with you first, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Michelle, for your presentation. I think the energy that you can transmit and the passion, I can feel it. So very good on that. The flow was pretty good. Maybe you can short or in the examples in the war stories that you were telling about Ghana, things like that. Maybe you can remove that from your speech, and the audience will understand the nuances and the complications that a travel abroad may have. A few things about your email, about your website. I found a mistake on your email in your email, in the email that you're leaving to get contacted. So it's just a typo, but make sure to fix that, because people that click on that may send you an email and never get answered, and they can have a bad impression from your company without you being involved. Also, you are saying in your website that you can develop websites, and so if you can include some links as examples of your capabilities as a company to develop those websites would be good. So people that is looking for that can click and check what kind of design capabilities you have. And that's it. That's it. Congratulations on the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jorge. And so for your information, Ms. Black, Jorge is with BHP Petroleum. And next we have, we're kind of pressed for time. So next we've got Mr. Darnell Green with Cisco Corporation.
Thank you.
Great energy, right? Great energy. I love the energy. You know, I always like to see results, right? What have you done regarding man hours saved to a company, right? It looks like the services that you provide could be outsourced. How does that translate into hours saved? What time that you give back to the company? I think that's a value add, as well as I think by mentioning a scripture in a presentation that kind of like segmented you, you know, the market that you're targeting. You know, you could be speaking to an audience who is not led by the same faith that you have, per se, right? And you know, you would not want to cut off opportunities by mentioning the faith that you're aligned with, if that makes sense. You know, that's just a call out that I have right there. But those two things: what have you done regarding man hours saved? What time did you give back to the company? And you know, results. based on, you know, customer testimonials, etc.
Appreciate that feedback, Mr. Green. Next, Miss Allison Lyle with ExxonMobil.
All right. Yep, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon here. The energy was really great. You really woke me up. I really appreciate that. However, at times, and it might just be me, but just consider your audience, right? So you said you have experience with corporations. You know, we're sitting in QBs. We may not have that much energy. So it felt a little overwhelming at some times. So I would just say, make sure you keep an eye on your speed. Think about impactful pauses that you can kind of plan on, which just really allows the audience to absorb your information and kind of avoids them feeling like they're drinking out of a fire hose. And in order to do that, maybe you can also slim down some details in the stories. You know, you mentioned the Guyana thing. That's very interesting, especially to maybe an oil and gas corporation. But I would just say maybe slim it down, kind of trim the fat, kind of just get right to the point. There are some things that are repeated quite a few times. The cardiologist, the business quote, and your history that you have with the corporation. While both of those are very impactful, I don't think that you need to repeat them. I think that they are memorable enough that you shouldn't need to repeat them. One thing that just kind of stood out to me, that you mentioned you might have gotten in a little trouble regarding something at a corporation. I know that you meant, you know, not anything bad happened, but, you know, depending on your audience, if you're presenting this to a really large corporation with lots of red tape, you may want to remove that. I'm going to second the idea with faith. The faith in the presentation makes it very personal. And again, not that you should remove it, but I think that you should just tailor it to your audience. And depending on what company you are talking to. And I think that's it.
Okay, thank you, Allison. And last but not least, we've got Ms. Helen Okoro from Waste Management.
Hi. So I definitely think it's a needed service, and to piggyback off what everyone said, the energy was definitely there. I can tell the passion and that you love what you do. I think one thing I would ask you is to maybe add a little bit more structure to your presentation. I think you presented a lot of information, but you spread it across all of the different topics or categories. So I would just start with your introduction, who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do. So and why do we need you? And I think you can limit your stories and your examples to why you do what you do, or you can put it in some of the categories when you talked about like losing contracts and things of that nature. So you can maybe just limit the examples to just one category. And then when you get to the different elements, just stick to what it is. Administrative, this is what we do in administrative. Event planner, this is what we do. And just limit the examples into just one specific category. But other than that, I think is definitely a needed service, and your passion kind of, came through in your presentation.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Michelle, we thank you so much for your presentation. One quick comment from me would be your audio. Make sure that you are consistent with regards to your audio. Sometimes when you moved around, your audio would fade in and out. Perhaps using a Bluetooth or a lavalier in the future may assist you with that. Yes,
sir. I do have just one quick question. The first gentleman, he stated that he saw a typo in my email address. I don't see what he's talking about.
What we'll do is when we get all the evaluator responses, we'll highlight that for you and send that in to you when we send those responses, Michelle. But thank you so much for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.